Hello, how's it going? Welcome in. Yo. Sorry I was a little bit late. Apparently my plan for my spare stream phone expired. And I thought I redid it, but I did not. Howdy. We are walking over to the place because parking was crazy. So I've been walking for like 10 minutes already. GG's. How's chat doing? How you guys doing? I have Oki with me, and I will show you guys her when we get there, but she's really bad at walking, and she's pulling on my arm on the leash, being a pain in the ass, so I'm not gonna tip the camera over, because I'm trying to just hold two things at once. Yeah, she's coming to breakfast with us. Thank you for the resub, I appreciate it. Thank you. Benny's with Bagel. Yeah, we're gonna meet Abby there. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time. How are you guys? God, I just got freaked out because the place I'm walking up to looks like the last place I went to. Or not the last place, it looks like Nat's. And I was like, oh no, did I go to the wrong place? Oh my God, not timing out Abby Bagel. She won't be able to see the stream. Actually, you can still see the stream. I'm gonna be lurking because I'm at work. Okay, enjoy the work day. I'll be here. I love Oki, but she's the worst on the leash, and it like enrages me because she just pulls the whole time, and it like, God, she's so bad at walking. She's so dog shit at it. Hello, hi Recluse. I feel the same with my dog. I've tried to train her, and she's just like really bad with, she's so stubborn. Like, she's a sweet angel, but she's very, very stubborn. And when we're walking, she just like wants to see what she wants to see. I'm not gonna tip the camera, but here, she's in there. Oakland. Okay, we're walking. People are driving through the crosswalk. Excited for the food. Me too. I've been to this place before. Really, really good food. Also kind of cool because you can pay ahead of time, so you don't have to deal with a waiter. And I like so much more prefer it when I can just like get up and go get my own stuff. You know, like if I need water, they just have a little water thing. If I need anything, they just have it there. I don't need to talk to anybody. My hair looks good, thanks. This is, I just woke up and it was still curled from the night before. My hair holds a curl pretty well, so I can usually wear it 2-3 days. Nice. Big for me. That's an introvert's dream. Yeah, it totally is. Go, pay up front. Also, the pay up front places, like, they're kind of hit or miss on tipping. So I usually, oh, what the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. You guys see that plane circle? That circle is like, it looks like an airplane, like driving around or flying around in a circle. What? I don't know. It's weird. Okay, please stop. I'm actually begging. She's like pulling me. I don't know if Abby's here. I'm just gonna walk up. Gender reveal. Congratulations. Hello. Are you looking? Do you see that plane? Look, like up in the sky. Like it's like a circle. Hi. Look at that. Like in the sky.
What?
Yeah. It's aliens.
Oh, it is a gender reveal.
It is a gender reveal. Your baby is a circle. Congratulations.
It's a plane.
It's a plane. Wow. The baby's in the plane. We're gonna drop it from a parachute. Chat. This is Abby.
Hi, chat.
You may know her from being Abby.
I'm ready for some eggs, Benny.
We're
kind of matchy today.
We kind of are. We're like actually a lot. It's just.
We're going to the Barbie movie.
God, this is embarrassing. Why did we do this? Okay, let's go get a table and then. Yeah. We could sit there. I kind of want to sit somewhere where I feel like less annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is perfect. And then we can sit next to each other. Love it. Pepe, oh, you motherfucker.
Do you want to sit on that side?
Okay, we have to do something first. Every time I get gifted subs, This is so funny that this is like even a feature, but we have to do this. But
Subscription's so good. Yum,
it
yum.
doesn't do both of us, so
I'll just-
if I do this, then it grabs you.
Just
Pepe,
fan-
thank you
Oh,
so
no, it
much
did-
for
it did,
the
it worked.
gift. It did work. What? Why does it do it when I have to
I don't
be
know.
over here?
We'll just be passing. This is our gender reveal.
Oh, this is your baby's a rocket. Congratulations. Oh, I went away.
It's-
Oh. Space is
Perfect.
wonderful. Okay.
Thanks for the subs.
Thank you so much for the subs. Pepe.
Eggs Benny's so good.
I'm going to leave dog here,
Sure.
and she will be great. And I'm gonna leave chat with dog. Chat, do you want to stay with dog or do you want to come in with us? You get a choice. Either one is fine. I do not care.
Stay with dog.
You guys want to stay with dog?
Who's gonna watch her?
You guys want to watch the dog real quick while we go order? We'll take 2 seconds. Dog? Okay, I'm gonna put you guys down here and then you watch dog. Okay, we will be right back. Stay there. Stay there. Stay. Chat, I have terrible catastrophic news. And the catastrophic news is this is the second time I've come here to try to get Eggs Benedict and they don't have it because it's too late, I guess, which last time we came here I thought that it was until 2, but I guess it's not. So,
Attempt number
2. So, we could try to go somewhere else again. Guys, I do not want to go to Denny's, please. We could try to go somewhere else.
We order Eggs Benedict.
You can crack an egg at any time. That's kind of what I think, but like, I don't know, whatever. It's time for another Uber. We could Uber to another place. I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, sure.
God, that sucks, because this place is so good, but I swear to God, last time I was here they said,
Yeah, I thought that's why we were trying again.
yeah,
But apparently not.
I don't want to Google it. Not that I'm gonna walk in and be like, your menu shows this. But I feel like, was I wrong?
I'm gonna look for other Eggs Benedict options.
Okay. Great. So, did you charge your gimbal last night? I did, yeah. Asked the Uber driver their opinion on Sophie Turner and the Joe Jonas. Yeah, last time I was asking the Uber driver about Joe Jonas. The Joe Jonas drama. Okay, okay, so we're looking at breakfast places. God, that sucks. You know, I don't know if I want to like try this place a third time because it's just devastating.
You have to come. I guess they said it's on weekends they do Eggs Benedict.
I don't know. It's on the menu all the time. I'm truly confused. Okay. So we have to make sure that they have breakfast until the Jonas.
This place does have Eggs Benedict, but let's see.
Do they have
They're
it
only open
all
till
the
2
time?
though.
Oh. Did
It's
we get
kind of
there
odd.
before?
It's a little bit of eye.
Yeah.
If we would make it. I mean,
Yeah, most breakfast places open until 2. Which, can you call them and ask?
if we find another place, I can call them.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you can call them, sometimes they don't. I do know a place around here, but we've already been there for Eggs Benedict.
Yeah, it would be a
Sucks.
repeat. It would be a repeat Benny.
This place looks good. Potentially. But I don't know if they serve breakfast till 2. And
Yeah.
for some reason, websites never say that. Like, they don't
Yeah,
ever
they
tell
don't
you
say
that. I heard they're a really cute local place called God damn it. We will do a Denny's, but I swear. See, it says order online.
This place has
Food and
omelets, but no
beverages.
Bennies.
How do I look this up?
What's a girl
I'm
guys do to have a
dying.
good Benny?
Dude, Adam, this is the same place I tried to go last time. And they said they serve breakfast till 2 and then now they don't. I don't know. I don't get it. Whatever. It's a great place. I'm gonna call this place real quick.
Sure.
We'll see. We'll see if they answer.
Do you like Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner as that person?
I'm just happy for Sophie Turner.
Me too.
I think she's... Hi, how late do you guys serve breakfast? Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye. I'm pretty sure that oh, you know what? I think we've gone here before.
And no eggs.
Yeah, Chad, I think the one that I just called was the one that we went to that one time that the Eggs Benedict was totally solid. I'm pretty sure.
4 minutes.
It
I know
looks
of a lot
really
of places
fun, yeah.
like on this side, but not a lot of places.
Yeah, that's why we went there. 'Cause
There's
they
a
served us so
diner
late.
that has Benedict. That's right.
That one actually
Yeah, this
is
one?
the one that has the best Eggs Benedict so far.
Oh, you've
That's
been
a
there
really
already.
good one.
I like that one.
But we've been there, yeah.
too.
Do you Benny your eggs still? Yeah. Are your eggs Bennied?
Unbenny's your eggs.
That's crazy.
I looked up Eggs Benedict and it gave me a bar.
Oh,
I like my Eggs Benedict with vodka.
this place doesn't have Eggs Benedict.
What are all these fake Benedict fans?
This place is open till 2 a.m., which makes me feel like it might not be good.
Oh, I've been there. It's like one of those places that just
Surprise
has like
coffee
everything.
stream with Abby. I mean, we could get not Eggs Benedict. We could just eat food.
We could DoorDash
Because
an Eggs Benedict here.
We could. Can you imagine DoorDash?
We get lunch, but then we also DoorDash lunch here.
That's not the stream title. I know, but when it's 1:30, so it's like, I don't know. I'm looking at places around here. I don't know what places still serve until now. Tell me what Eggs Benedict is, because this is the small breakfast spot you can check out. It's called like Donnie's or Shut up. They want us to go to Denny's and
Do
get
they even
Eggs
have Eggs
Benedict.
Benedict?
I don't know if they do. I feel like if you're a breakfast place, you kind of have to, but this place, yeah, and places that are open till 3, I kind of feel like a dickhead. Also, I can only stream until like 2:45, guys, because I have to go home and then I have to come back. So
Why are you coming back?
because I have a non-specific exercise class that I have to go to.
Oh.
I have lasagna that's practically the same thing, yeah. So I think, chat, because as much as I want to go find an Eggs Benedict, by the time we go find one, it'll be like 2, and then I'll only be able to stream for like 30 minutes. Even though I'm live now, but...
I'm thinking we get something here that's like coffee, and then we order Eggs Benedict.
And we order
I think
Eggs
we
Benedict.
DoorDash Eggs Benedict
Oh, that would be
from
such a
another place.
dick move. We have a Drifter's restaurant that serves breakfast all
We
day.
could go eat it in your
No.
car.
Go eat Eggs Benedict in the car. Just eat something else then? Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. All of these things sound really funny. I have an hour left of stream. So I don't know, like, what's possible. I'm looking at, like, this place looks... It's only open till 3. This doesn't look like breakfast food. This looks bad. This place looks bad. Asked him for a poached egg and an English muffin and a side of hollandaise sauce. Do you guys have any extra hollandaise sauce?
It's totally up to you.
Chat, we're gonna get not Eggs Benny because I would rather do that than try to figure this out. Because if we go to another place and
It's
they
gonna take
don't
a
have
while.
Eggs Benny, the stream just gets cut and we don't get to get food at all. So I think that we're gonna have to just do food. Which is a bummer, but basically an Eggs Benny Lunchable, yeah. So this might turn into, remember last night when we were talking, I want to do a show and I want to say creators on cam getting coffee.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Seinfeld
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
Yeah, I want to do creators on cam getting coffee.
That would be very fun.
So this might turn into creators on cam getting coffee.
The inaugural episode.
Yeah. Spin-off episode, yeah.
Otherwise, if you want me to take over, there is a bagel place near here.
Do they have Eggs Benny?
I don't know. Let's see. This is not.
I guess we can have, well, they were joking about Eggs Benny on a bagel.
Yeah. It might just
Yeah,
have
if you
to
want
be
to
bagel
check.
time.
If they have Eggs Benny, great. If they don't, this place has killer food.
Yeah.
Really, like, this place rocks. Temporary Waffle Wednesday. Well, they don't have breakfast. That's the thing. I'm gonna be a dickhead and I'm gonna like pull up their menu and be like, wait a minute.
They have bagel sandwiches, but they're not
No,
Benny's.
I didn't think so. Okay, chat. We're gonna give you the dog again, and we're gonna go in and order food. So, Here, you get dog cam again. Here you go, dog cam, and we're gonna go order food, and we'll be right back. BRB. Oh, okay. I got a turkey Caesar wrap, which I've had it before here and it's pretty good. Tail wag. Did you guys know I was coming because Oki started tail wagging? If I put you guys this far away, can you still hear me? Because I want Abby to be able to be on cam too. Samus of the Witches. Okay, now I can see you guys. Sorry about the little. Sorry, we're not doing eggs Benedict. It's just breakfast now. Can one of the mods change the title to creators on cam getting coffee? Is that me?
Yes.
Oh, sick. Thank you.
I'm gonna get water too. You want water?
Give me. I have one. I have water. Sounds good at that distance. I'm always surprised at how good like the sound is on the phone camera. I can like put this far and the sound is like perfectly fine. Like
That's
when I go
great.
back, yeah, it's like, and I've been vlogging with this, and I bought like a pretty decent vlog camera, and I just use this because it's better. The stabilization is better.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it's like great, and the stream like I have used like IRL backpacks. Like I honestly think that this is great.
It's
like it's just as good. Like the service is good. Like it looks great.
It does.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
I'm
sorry about your eggs Benny.
Dude.
I have a couple of other recommendations. We'll have to try those next time.
The Nat's place is the best eggs Benny I've had in LA so far.
I've had some good ones.
If you're new here, every Wednesday we're trying to find the best eggs Benedict in LA. Nat's Cafe, so good, so good.
The vibes are good
This
too.
place, I haven't had eggs Benny, but the food is really good. So I was kind of hopeful. I'm just scoot over a little bit because the chat is like right on your face. Was Nat's the one next to the card shop? Yes, and it's also next to a trading card shop.
That's cool.
Where the guy who owns it, same as Phil, and he's a Twitch watcher. So we went in and we bought some packs and we cracked them, and then he came in to stream. And it was really
That's
exciting.
very cute.
Yeah, we went in and we were like, "Hey Phil, you want to crack some packs with us?" And he was like, "Fuck yeah." I went in there the other day because I went back to Nat's and he was not working.
It's sad.
My fellow Twitch enjoyer.
I love a good card shop. I always go in with like Eric because Eric loves getting cards, and I don't know anything about any cards, but I just like to be like, oh my god, that one is so cute.
I like to get the packs that have
like
like first gen.
Yeah.
Or like it's like Gen 1, 2, and 3 are my favorite, and then after that I kind of start to like, I don't know what they're called anymore.
I like opening them. That's the fun part for me.
Sylvan Kraken packs kind of is like hard drugs. It is addicting.
And if you saw how much money people spend on it, you'd definitely
If you saw how much money Eric spends on it, you would definitely
That's true.
Eric is so card pilled. This is a story about Eric's card addiction and unawareness of women. When we were getting ready, I can't remember what we were getting ready for. Me and Abby were still getting ready, and Eric was like opening card packs and like walking around the house.
Was it Streamer Awards?
I think it was Streamer
It's like the last
Awards,
time we got ready together.
It was something that we were like really getting ready.
Yeah.
And I went. No, you know what it was? It was the party I think after Streamer Awards.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I went up to Eric and I like had my outfit on, and I was like, how do I look? And he was like this. Yeah, it's good. And I was like, all right, cool.
That's about all you're gonna get.
Just literally glanced for like 2 seconds.
He just bought a bunch of really cool ones, I will say. I'm like, I like the ones that are like have the cool art on them. That's the stuff I like about it.
You know what I always disliked that's kind of silly is the card art that looks like claymation. I never liked that for some reason. Yeah.
They kind of remind me, the ones that like are like that remind me of the little figurines. And I had a lot of the Pokemon figurines as a kid, so they remind me of that.
Yeah, same.
So it's not as much of a dislike.
Hello, Adam. Welcome in. How's it going?
Is this Adam, Rosie Adam?
Different Adam. Rosie Adam was here though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I should have texted him and told him. He came last time. We had a big group last time, which was cool, but it was like I couldn't get all of the people on cam, so I think I'm just gonna do one person from now on. Hello, Sophia. How is living in Los Angeles as you do? She just moved here.
I'm pogging.
Yeah, I'm pogging.
Another LA.
I think you've met Sumis before. Really buff. Super buff. Probably.
Oh, thank you.
This week was the worst. Yeah. Why? Just moving, or notice my nickname, so collecting cards is one of my hobbies. Pop off.
Do you want to cheers our little coffee moment?
They look like
Coffee
the same
tour?
thing. What did you get?
I got a nice chai.
I got a white
Isn't
mocha.
even a coffee now that I'm thinking about it. I kind of ruined this for
chai
you.
have caffeine in it?
Yes, it's tea. I love an iced chai. Oh,
Lots of things on top of the moving. I think I know one of the things, which is fun for you. Ice chai is the move. Chai is, everything about chai is lined up for me to love it, and I just don't.
I'm a big tea gal, so I really like
are.
it, and I like a vanilla iced chai as well, but this is just regular. It doesn't make my stomach hurt like coffee does. Because if I have coffee...
Is it coffee or is it like the milk?
Probably both.
Coffee.
Probably both.
I get oat milk. Do you want to try this?
Sure.
It's a white mocha with oat milk. I got oat milk once just on a whim, and now if there's not oat milk in it, it just tastes different.
I love oat milk, and I love a mocha. That's actually really good.
Oat milk is so much creamier than I thought it would be.
A dirty chai is what I get if I'm like literally dying.
What's a dirty chai?
A dirty chai has espresso in it.
Huh.
It's like a shot of espresso and then also chai.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It is good, and it keeps me awake for 12 to 24 hours.
Fine, as soon as I can see you copywriting Abby's shirt. I'm the, let's see, what would you say that my shirt is? My shirt's like the expanded version.
Yeah.
The DLC.
The
model.
DLC. If you rip the sleeves off of yours, it'd be identical.
It would. Oh my god. I got this shirt at Buffalo Exchange.
I like it.
And it's like, it's just a t-shirt. It's literally just a t-shirt, but it fits
It's really cute.
perfectly, and it's like worn in a little bit.
Mine's from Target.
Yeah. I like Target.
Me too.
Buffalo Exchange is goated. If you ever want to go thrifting, Buffalo Exchange though is kind of on that line of like, it is thrifting, but
Sometimes you find something and you're like, why is this $70?
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
not super cheap. Like you might not find like a find, but it's thrifted.
Yeah.
When are we growing you a badonkadonk? I've been kind of like working out and things are improving.
She's fit.
I am. I'm getting very strong.
Fit girl fall.
But if
Is that it? Fit girl fall.
Fit girl fall. Are we in fall now? We're kind of in fall
It's
now.
September.
Huh?
I mean, it's not for LA, but
Yeah. So there's
Fit girl
this
fall.
guy. I'll tell you about this guy that we found on YouTube. We were just
Okay.
bopping around, and there's this guy on YouTube, and his name is, I think it's like That Guy Nate on YouTube, right? Like that's That Guy Nate on YouTube. I think is his full name. And we found him because I don't know why we were doing
is
this.
this the car wash guy?
Yep, the Rainforest Cafe or the Rainforest car wash guy.
I'm obsessed.
So he's not a car wash guy. He's a Spirit Halloween guy. The car wash video was an anomaly. His whole channel is he goes into Spirit Halloweens and just loses his fucking mind. Like, nobody loves anything more than this guy loves Spirit
I'm
Halloween.
obsessed already.
And when it's not Halloween season, he goes online and he like researches the upcoming animatronics. He knows the name of every animatronic. And right now he's on his tour. He has an RV, so he's going around the country going to
Just
all
goes
the
to different Spirit
Halloweens. And we just saw that he was in Reading. Was it Reading or something? And so I DM'd him on Instagram, and I was like, "Hey, dude, if you're ever in LA, like, let me know. I'd love to like collab or something." And he has not read it, and he doesn't look like he checks social media, but fingers crossed.
You gotta like stream snipe him. You're gonna be that person who like shows up at the Spirit Halloween.
Well, that's the thing is he like he does videos so you can kind of track where he's like going.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if I go into a Spirit Halloween and I have a picture of his face and I'm like, call me.
We just
call
stake
me
out.
when I see this guy.
Stake out the Spirit Halloween.
We have like a pin board.
We just do it. We do it in shifts. We each take a shift at the Spirit Halloween. Who's in chat? Who's taking a shift at Spirit Halloween?
Well, that's the thing is since we've been watching him, we've discovered that there is a Halloween side of YouTube, like a niche Spirit Halloween
That makes
corner of YouTube.
That makes sense.
It's crazy.
One of my friends that lives here just got the big skeleton, the like 20-foot skeleton to put in her yard.
That's a good one.
And she put it up. It was awesome. They like just got a house this year, and so that was like the first decoration they got, which I thought was awesome.
God, that's good. He showed, it was kind of crazy. He like had a video on one of his channels because he has like 5 channels, and also his son does the same thing. He goes to Spirit
What?
Halloweens. It is a whole family
It's a
affair.
family business.
Like his wife is a YouTuber, and they're like kind of older. Like his
Wait,
wife
I
is
love
a YouTuber.
that.
It is awesome. Like we've gone down the rabbit hole.
They should adopt us.
But he did a video where he showed like his whole house, just like the front of it, the backyard, the inside, and the whole time I'm watching it and I was like you can just see the front of his house with like his address and everything.
Yeah.
But he was showing he has like all these inflatables that he puts in his
That's
front
very
yard.
cool.
Yeah.
Maybe a little dangerous, but very cool.
Oh yeah, I was like, my heart was just like, oh God.
Yeah, I was watching your stream when you reviewed the car wash one. The like rainforest
That
car
was
wash
the first one we found because I don't know
That's
why.
right.
Why did we look up rainforest, or why did we look up car washes? I think we were just talking about how going through a car wash is cool.
Yeah,
and
I think
like,
that was the lead
surely. Oh, and then I said, let's find the coolest car wash on
Oh,
YouTube.
and then that was like his video of like, this is the coolest one.
Yeah, which it was a car wash. But this guy was losing. That's why we just loved him, because he just, it was like he was going to Disneyland.
That's great. I definitely was very excited to see that, but I kind of thought his whole thing, I don't know if it's better or worse that it's not his whole content, but I thought it was just like reviewing car washes.
Yeah, I kind of, maybe
Which
that's
is kind of
a
high.
niche. Maybe that's a niche.
That's another
we should
channel for
fill.
him.
We should do that, chat. We should go to car washes. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. This is great. Yeah. Thank you.
I think you just kind of got what I got, but on different, like that looks like a
Food
Prius
tour.
one. Okay, Chad, this is what we got. Just pretend it's eggs Benedict. So I got a turkey wrap, which I know it doesn't look like much, but I've had it before and it's phenomenal. Yummy. Yummy. I mean, it does look good. I don't know. I just feel like turkey wraps can only be so like exciting looking, but they're so good. And then Abby got
it's an eggs Benedict.
kind of the same thing, but in sandwich form.
Yeah, it's an eggs Benedict sandwich.
Yeah, those fries look good.
Yeah,
I
I went for sweet potato today. Just changing it up a little bit.
Well, balding with friends.
Somebody said car wash meta. I think that we should start that.
We should do that.
It's the Doug Doug car wash challenge.
Is
Where
that
you
what
go
they're
through-
having?
Can we just do that?
And
Where we
they're
go
like-
through as many car washes as we can in one day.
We should do
But it's just like the one. It's a clean car. It's kind of a waste though.
What if we find people that are going into car washes and we say, "Can I have a try?" And then we ask if we can get in their car and drive it through and then do it back.
No, we should just get a different creator to go, like to bring their car to each one, and then you go to each one.
Creators on cam going through car washes and getting
Coffee.
So, well, I thought that this would be a funny bit. Is every time I do the creators on cam getting coffee, I just drive past and I go, "Oh my God, is that Abby Bagel?" And then the first one they'll be like, "Wow, that's crazy."
Wow, that's insane.
And then the next one I'll be like, "Oh my God, is that Point Girl?" And they'll be like, "That's weird that that's happened
That's so
twice."
crazy.
And then I'll be like, "Oh my God, is that Nandra?" We're like, "You live with him. Like, why would he be there?"
He's also there.
And that's just the bit every time is I just
I
hop
love
in to
that.
drive past them.
No, I'm thinking this car wash. I'm trying to think about this car wash idea. Eric, if you're watching, let's do
Would be
this.
funny. We should do that. Yeah, we could make chat sit in the back. Just put the camera on the seat. Find the dirtiest car you can. We could go around LA, find the dirtiest car we can, ask them if we can take it to a car wash, and then when we're going through, we go, whee!
You can start with Eric's.
Yeah, is it dirty?
Yeah.
My car is really...
So to be fair, it was worse before, and then in our like building, we have parking in the basement. Doxed.
I do too. I do too, they live with me.
But we, the main like water pipe for our apartment stack is like above my car, and 2 days ago it exploded and like just rained water down my car, and it was now it's a lot cleaner, but in the past it was not clean.
I almost hit somebody in my parking garage today.
That's not good.
Yeah, I was like backing out of my spot, and then I was about to go forward, and he was on a ladder. I don't think this is his fault, but I kind of feel a little bit like
Situational awareness.
He was on a ladder in the middle of the parking garage working on a pipe. And he had like all dark clothes on, and it's dark in the parking garage. And
So you hit him.
I did. So anyways, I'm not going home after this. I'm not going. And I missed him.
Yeah, that would have been extra points. The ladder would have been extra points.
This isn't the version of the story we got from Brody. He would tell the worst version of the story. We came here, and he was like, this place, they must, like, somebody from Australia must own it. This is such an Australian vibe. And I was like, why? And he was like, because you go up and you order food before you, like, at the beginning. And I was like, that's just like a thing some restaurants do. And he was convinced that it was like an Australian restaurant because you go order food before you eat it.
I thought he was gonna be like, this is the most insane thing ever. And I was gonna be like, there's no breakfast in Australia.
Loved it. Clean car to get rid of evidence. That's why we're doing the car wash, yeah. Oopsies. On a scale from dust you can drop things into to $200 cleaning drug paraphernalia after being stolen, how dirty is your car? I'm gonna tell you guys, and you guys are gonna be really embarrassed for me. Last time Brody came, he drew a dick on my car.
It's still there. Nice.
Actually, what happened is I took my car to get new tires, and the people who did the tires went like this over it, and kind of like, and I think that they thought they were gonna think, I think they thought that I would think that they drew a dick on my car, so they just kind of smudged it out. So it's not there, but there's a little wipe spot. That's, yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, another thing is, he also drew one on what he thought was Barry's car. It's not Barry's car, but the thing about it is the car he drew it on also hasn't been moved since he was here last time. And so now we're kind of like, do we need to find out whose car this is and do a wellness check on him? Like, because it hasn't moved at all.
I think you should just put like the Dix's tallies to see how many days it's been.
Days?
Yeah.
Like,
Or like add inches to it.
just add a little bit.
That's what we call looking after your community.
It is, yeah. It's very true. I was talking about the other day how
Maybe it was stolen.
I mean, that's surely cars never get stolen in LA, right? Couldn't happen. Can you imagine my car gets stolen out of my parking garage and then somebody steals a car and puts it in?
Maybe it was the person who stole yours. They were like, oh, sorry,
was
I
a
was just
trade.
made to trade them.
I didn't notice what they traded with me. They left like a condolence.
They were like, I just didn't think your car was that nice, so I switched it out with a different one.
The dick was going on 12 inches. We knew we had to check on neighbor Jerry. Dude, your dick was 12 inches. I thought you were dead.
You call the police. You
Like,
explain how you know. Well, you see, officer.
I think my neighbor is doing construction work in her apartment. Because I woke up yesterday morning and there was like this bang, 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 bang. And it went on for about 20 minutes and I was like, oh, she's getting it.
I was gonna say, that's not construction.
I was like, okay. And then it went on for like 8 more hours.
Oh, that, yeah.
What's up, June? How's it
Hopefully
going?
construction.
And then I heard power tools and I was like, what could they be doing?
Still could be sex. But most likely not.
The power tools stay on.
Oh yeah, get the drill.
Listen, I'm not gonna knock anybody's. I'm not gonna rock
We're not
anybody's
king
boat. Not icking their, yucking their yum. Yeah, the sander is what it sounded like. Yeah. I guess sanding something would maybe make sense, but also I would never sand anything inside unless I had to. I don't know.
Yeah. We've been living in a construction zone. Any of you who watch Eric's Stream probably know we've had like a lot of construction in our apartment because my bathroom, like the ceiling, basically flooded and broke. And they've been doing a lot of work in our apartment in general. There was like a major leak.
Have they given you any discount on rent, or they're just like, no?
Not yet.
Of
But
course they're not gonna unless you kick and scream.
yeah, I have been. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But not like a Karen way, but in like a,
Yeah.
hey, what's the plan for this?
Deal with airlines.
They
I
kind
have
of
to
were
say
like,
that.
we will, but they haven't like said anything specific yet. I think they'll just like after the construction is done, I'll be like, this is all the stuff that like was problematic. You guys need to pay us back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't have an IRL backpack. I have a separate phone that's on a separate plan and a gimbal. And I'll tell you right now, if you've never done IRL streaming, so the IRL backpacks cost about $300 a month. They're very expensive to buy. They're like $2,000 up front, like $300 a month. If you've never done IRL streaming, do what I do because it cost me like a couple $100s to get the phone. The gimbal was like almost $200, but the plan is like $30 a month. And I run this less than $100 a month, and like it works great.
It just makes more sense.
It works great. It's super clear. Like it's such an easy like way to like get into it. And then if you do this and you decide you do want to do the IRL backpack, then you'll have a second phone to run chat off of, and you don't need to use your like main phone. So it's
This
like,
is the phone mic, right?
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, the phone mic, and the phone mic
Technology is
sounds
beautiful.
great. It's amazing. Yeah, highly recommend. It's a investment, but not one that will like an IRL backpack is like an investment, and like $300 a month is like that's pretty significant.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the mic comes through, and like some places we go are loud, like music. It gets it, dude. It's cool. This is actually not too loud.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good volume. How's your eggs Benedict?
It goes so good. My only complaint is that like the turkey is kind of all in one clump right here, which makes it kind of hard to eat. I'm just
That's my
like
problem
pulling
with
it
the
out. That's how burritos are a lot of time. Like that's like a thing, a mark of like a good burrito for me is like when the stuff is all.
It's like well combined.
Yeah, this phone also has the filters, which are really fun. I love those. Yeah, it's good shit. Highly recommend. Very fun. And it's also not as big as a backpack. Can I get some stuff from Stream to use for my editing portfolio? Yeah, sure. I don't care. I'm trying to think why I would care. I don't care.
It's for your portfolio, it's probably fun.
Yeah.
As long as you're monetizing it. Usually people have far more.
That's the only thing is, yeah, don't monetize it. Like, if you post it on a YouTube channel or something, like, don't monetize the video, but, I don't care. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm like, hey, can you take that down? But I don't know why I would care. And if it's great, then maybe I'll be like, can you do more of those?
Your community is great. You have a really solid community.
You're great. I think that's like one of the benefits of like having slow, steady growth is that the community just is, it feels kind of solid. I don't know. Adam, the eggs Benny is so good. Very happy with it. Now the backpack's expensive. I think the like, is it Gun Run? I think Gun Run is the one that most people get, which is pre-built. It's about 25, I think. Maybe, I think it's a little over 2,000. And then you have to pay the monthly fee on top of it.
That's crazy.
You can build your own, like, pretty feasibly. But it's one of those things that, like, it's hard to figure out how to do it. You kind of have to, like, have somebody you know that's done it. Because you can go on YouTube and stuff, but when I was trying to do it, the information was, it's not like building a PC. Like, you can go on YouTube and there's a million videos on how to build a PC, and a lot of them are really good. This one, the videos are like,
It's so much more niche.
That's niche, and they talk to you like you already know what they're talking about, which is hard.
Like an entry barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I just built my own PC for the first time.
Did you? How did that go?
I got new because I had a pre-built from like 3 years ago, and it was like a good computer. There was nothing like extremely wrong with it, but it was like slowing down a lot. The storage was like insanely small, so I was like kind of capping it out already.
Yeah, I remember you saying like there were certain games you couldn't stream.
Yeah. It was just like slow. It wasn't meant for like gaming or like especially like kind of not really for streaming when I used to stream and stuff like that. So it was just getting old, and so I was like, okay, I think it's time to upgrade. Yeah. So I did, and I built it with the help of Eric, who's built PCs before, which was super nice of him. He helped. It was kind of like a birthday gift. My birthday was back in July, but he helped me build it and stuff like that. We got all the pieces. It was very nice and it was very fun. I thought it was gonna be really hard, and I was super nervous because you know, some of the pieces it's like, yeah, just slam that in there, and then some of it's like, if you look at this thing the wrong way, the pin will break, and then the whole thing won't work. And so I was a little bit panicked, but we did it, and now it works, and it's really good. And I've been playing Baldur's Gate like a lot.
I haven't had time to play it, but a lot of people in chat are playing it like together, and they like Soup fucking loves it. PC building's funny because it's kind of like Legos, where it looks really complicated. Not that Legos are complicated, but it does look really complicated. I think the hardest part about building a PC is like figuring out what parts you want, like what you don't need, or like what you need, and then if they work together.
Rosie Adam helped me pick up pieces.
Yeah, did you use PC Part Picker? Yeah, that's a great website.
Yeah.
But putting it together, like, everything's kind of designed to just be plugged in as long as you know where to plug it in. The thing about building a PC is it's really easy until something doesn't work.
And then you have to diagnose.
And then trying to figure out why it doesn't work is horrible.
That's valid.
Because you don't know if something's broken or if you just fucked up.
Yeah, I had never done it before. And for me, it was like, I'm like good at following directions, but because sometimes like, you know, pieces are different from like PC to PC, and I kind of was like, hey, this is the things I want, and then I went to like Micro Center or whatever, and they were like, we don't have this, but we have this. It is kind of like adult Legos, but it's like you have to figure out like the most strategic way to put everything in, because like if you put, I got a pretty big graphics card, so like if you put the graphics card in, it's hard to like plug all of the really small stuff in. So Eric was really helpful in being like, we should do this before we do this, and like, you know, helping me like optimize it, I guess.
My graphics card in my like other PC is so heavy that I have this little figurine of Oki that was on my wedding cake, and I use it to prop my graphics card up because the graphics card, it's fine.
I got a stand for mine.
Bad.
I got literally like a little thing
on the corner. What graphics card did you get?
It's a Radeon 7900, I think.
I don't really know.
So it's like comparative.
AMD graphics cards.
It's comparative to like a 4070.
Oh, let's go.
But it's a lot cheaper.
It's cheaper. I think AMD graphics cards are really good. I've been told that NVIDIA is better for streaming. I got, I think it's like a 3060 or something because it was a decent price. But AMD's like a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I like it. I don't do editing on my computer at all. Like I'll download a lot of stuff, and like I will like watch footage of Eric's and stuff like that, but I don't really like edit. And I like playing games. Like I like Baldur's Gate. I couldn't even download it on my other computer. I didn't have enough storage.
It's a thick boy.
So I'm glad that I got a new one, because it was a long time coming.
To measure the sag on that, I need to fix this. Yeah, one thing I want to get for mine is a USB, like one of the, like there's a thing you can plug in like right next to your graphics card that gives you more USB ports. I want to get one of those because I am now at the point where if I need to plug something in, I have to unplug something else. AMD is incompatible with machine learning. What does that mean? I have a piece of case that I'm not joking is the size of a mini fridge. That's one thing that I think a lot of people don't realize when they build their first PC is that how important the case is. Like I think a lot of people get the case that looks cool, and like airflow is just really shit in a lot of cases that look cool, and like the way that everything's set up just looks really bad. And my case that I use for my PC is like not great. It's like not great at all. My PC, this is kind of, I've told chat this story, but so the PC I use right now, I built myself. My first PC I got a pre-build, which I totally vouch for pre-builds, by the way. Like
my pre-built was great.
I think it's better to like get a pre-built, kind of get familiar with everything is. I don't think so. I got it by iBuyPower.
Yeah.
Get a pre-built, kind of get familiar with like everything in it, and then build your own. And did we get a raid? Did we get a raid? Or are you just guys using ID card because it started working? We have this bit now where when people raid in, we have this emote called Doorman, and then we make raiders present their ID.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it started working? Nice, it got approved. Cool. I don't think you'll be able to see it anywhere. So anyways,
On my forehead.
I built my own PC, did it pretty fast, it was fine, turned it on, it started working, and then I dropped it. Like, right after I built it, I dropped it. Like, it was on its side and it just fell flat. And then I tried to turn it on and it didn't turn on. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And I just was like, I'm not dealing with this, I'm taking it to somebody. So I took it to a place,
Valid.
and I was like, I turned it on, it worked, I just built it, and now it's not working. And he was like, okay, call me back like an hour later. Apparently there was these spacers that were supposed to go in between the motherboard and the case, and I didn't put them on. So what was happening was the motherboard was like shorting out every time I turned it on, which it was a good thing I dropped it, because when I dropped it, I think it jostled it to the point where that happened, where if I hadn't dropped it, that would have happened eventually,
Yeah.
but it would have happened like a couple weeks in, and I would
Yeah.
have been like,
What's wrong with
what's
it? Yeah.
wrong?
That's crazy.
So yeah, dropping it actually sped up the process of me knowing that I didn't build it right.
That's crazy.
How are those Benedict doing? So great.
They're really good.
They're so good.
My PC, the same pre-built. When I moved out to California, I drove from Virginia to California when I moved out here. It's about 2 years ago now, actually. I think 2 years ago, like this week.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Because it was a bit before I moved out.
Yeah, it was September. It was September of 2021. But anyway, it was like one of the few things that I had that I moved with. I had like a bag of clothes and then my PC and like nothing else. And I like wrapped it in towels and like tried to like brace it as much as I could. But I got here, I turned it on, and it just didn't boot up at all. Like it just wouldn't even turn on, and I was devastated. And of course I was like, it was all I had kind of when I first got here, and I wanted to stream back when I was still going live regularly and all that stuff. So I was like bummed out, and I basically took the entire thing apart. One of my community members and then Eric and a couple of other friends helped me take every bit of it apart. And apparently the actual problem was that the motherboard had just slightly
Jostled?
shifted. Yeah. And the whole thing wouldn't work.
It's so hard to figure out what's wrong, because you just don't. You just have to start from the go.
Yeah, that's the worst part though, because you have to take out everything out. Like you have to remove everything.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
you have
that
to be
lasted me
careful.
another 2 years after that. So
A huge machine learning library called TensorFlow uses, I don't know, it was NVIDIA and AMD GPUs can't be used, which is really frustrating. Oh, have you guys heard the news about Unity? The Unity news? So I'm going to try to explain it, but keep in mind that I don't really know a whole lot about this world, but I'm sure there's some people in here that do like game dev stuff, and I'm sure you're malding. So you know what Unity is, right? So what Unity has decided to do is make it so that developers have to pay a little bit of money for every game downloaded, regardless if it was downloaded like the way the developers intended or not, over like 1,000 downloads. And so now small game devs are having to pay money basically to put their game out there, because Unity's collecting money. Did I explain that correctly, chat? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, so a lot of game devs, like there was this one that when I learned about this, small company put a tweet out that was like 20 cents per download. Yeah, so they have to pay 20 cents per download.
Jeez.
Even if it's a free game. So it's not like
that's
they're taking
terrible.
it out, they have to pay it. And so like if there's like a small game dev company that wants to put out their first game, they need to basically have money in the bank to
That's horrible.
pay for every download. So either you like keep it under 1,000 downloads, or the game has to pop off to the point where you're like making like Stardew Valley money.
that's wild.
Yeah. So a bunch of companies are like, we have to scrap this project and start over on something else that's not Unity because we can't afford it. Bunch of big names, games running off Unity too, which shows how many. I mean, yeah, Unity's like big. Claims they'll be able to distinguish from legitimate purchases and pirated copies, but there's no way to verify that. Well, that's another thing too, yeah, because it's like if somebody pirates the game, technically they still have to pay it, which like
wild.
sometimes they can track that, sometimes they can't. Still collects money even if the person has already installed it once.
That just seems incorrect.
It just seems incorrect, and it's like the shareholders want money. So, I mean, I don't know if Unity is going to tank because I don't know what the alternatives are, but that just seems like an easy like. It just sucks because we need small game devs to like keep the big AAA companies on their toes, and that's just a really quick way to push out all of the small game devs because they can't afford to make a game.
That just sounds like it would just kill passion projects. Like, what's the point of doing that if it's going to cost you more money than, like, you know?
Yeah.
Then
And you
it's
said
worth-
that it will only cost for the first download. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like if I download a game on my PC and then I go on my Switch and I download it, there's no way to know that. Which, I mean, you know, I'm technically buying 2 versions of the game, but, like, I don't know. Unity apparently saw Reddit's API changes backlash and thought, yeah, it is exactly like the Reddit API thing, which is also really upsetting. Got a buddy who works for Microsoft and has his own Unity stock. Wild. Unity also refuses to explain how they're going to verify installs. Hey Cyril, what's up? Basically destroy surprise success games. Yeah. We were talking about, you're probably excited for the Haunted Chocolatier game.
Yeah.
We were talking
gonna play
about
it.
that game yesterday and saying how cool it looks, but how, like, we're really disappointed with the name of it.
Yeah.
I think everybody I've talked to is just like, it looks
It's a
really
weird
good, and we know it's going to be good because Concerned Ape is just, like, the best.
Yeah.
But the title, we're just like, God, it's just such a, like, a kind of goofy title.
It's a little wordy, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as catchy as, like, Stardew.
It looks really cute, though.
I'll really play
it's
it.
great. I just kind of, like, trust, because Stardew Valley is, like, amazing.
I like about Concerned Ape, and probably a lot of you guys in chat share this sentiment, but, like, Concerned Ape is, like, one of the few companies working for Eric, like, I'm very aware of this now, of, like, they encourage mods and, like, modders.
Yeah.
Like, they're including a lot of the stuff in each update that, like, was modded in, or, like, they've hired modders and stuff like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah.
that's something that's, like, very cool, and something that, like, you wish other companies would do
Yeah.
at Nintendo.
It's, yeah, at Nintendo.
At Nintendo.
It just is, like, really goofy to me. I guess I get it, and I've heard that, like, things like Nintendo, it's like a culture thing.
Yeah.
But with games, it's like, you know, Skyrim. Would Skyrim be as, like, big if it wasn't for the modding community? I don't
for
think
sure.
so. No,
I don't
because it's
think so.
keeping it, like, up to date. And it's not like people are, I mean, sure, people pirate games, but it's not like people are, like, not downloading Skyrim
Yeah.
and then modding it. Like,
For
people
sure.
are still buying the game. Cold of the Lamb tweeted to buy their game and download it because they plan on deleting it entirely. I saw that too.
That's wild.
Which is wild because the thing with Cult of the Lamb is it boomed and then it dropped off.
Yeah.
So I think if it had consistently gone, they probably could afford it. But
That's fair.
yeah, I really wanted to get into Stardew, but I could never get into the right mindset. I could see how somebody would find it boring, but it's just if you like that kind of relaxing, grindy, whatever.
I like it. I go through like phases of playing it. The thing I like about it more than something like Animal Crossing is at least you can like forward the days.
Yeah,
Because I hate like time-based games where I'm like waiting forever.
I've time traveled.
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too. But
It's
stuff
so
like that is fun.
perfectly balanced.
I like playing with friends. I remember one of my like last streams that I did. I played Stardew and I played it with a mod that just like doesn't cap the player count. And so I had like 10 of us just running around in
Oh,
Stardew,
that's
which was
cool.
very fun. That was very fun.
I think I did Stardew with somebody once, which I had a hard time because I was like, go to bed, I have to go to bed, I have to go the next day.
I feel like there's like a Stardew curse too, where it's like if you start a farm with somebody like you're in a romantic relationship with, like it's destined to fail.
Yeah, true. There you go. I never thought I think the person was my ex that I had played with. I never thought I'd enjoy a game like Animal Crossing until I actually started it. I had a friend, her name was Allison, when I was in elementary school, and I used to go to her house all the time, and I would like walk in her house and I would go into her like bonus room and sit down and like play Animal Crossing on I think it was on the GameCube, and she'd be like, hey bud, can you go outside? And I'd be like, please. Tom Nook is up my ass right now. Leave me alone.
I had so many, like probably like the most hours I've ever put in a video game in Wild World, the one for the DS. And then now, when I got sick recently, I got sick after I traveled for my eye surgery. I just had like a really bad cold, and I was in my apartment anyways because I had construction going on, so I was just like
You and Eric.
literally
You
isolated.
guys
in a
like
room.
have like the worst immune system of anybody.
I have an autoimmune disease,
Oh,
so
okay.
but like yeah, literally,
Makes sense.
I like get stressed out, and then I just like I go down so hard.
And then Eric just doesn't eat normal food, so
Yeah.
I think he's just
Mans doesn't know what a
he's
vegetable
not
is.
nourishing his body.
But when I got sick, I started playing Animal Crossing again just to play the Happy Home Designer because that's my shit. That's my shit. I had the old game, but I got like the DLC and the new one, and I was just like playing that for 7 days straight.
I love crafting, like if I can make a base in a game, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Like No Man's Sky, I got Eric hooked on No Man's
I know,
Sky.
you really did. You really did.
I will every couple months I will go like total No Man's Sky mode, and I'll walk around to everybody and I'll be like, no, it's good now, I promise it's good now, like you just have to play
It looks fun.
And I'll gather people that get addicted, but it's a really great game.
It looks very fun.
It's very fun, but it's got kind of a ceiling where you do all this stuff and it's amazing, and then you get to a point where you're like, I don't really know what to do now. And that kind of happens with a lot of people, where it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore, and then they drop off when you start a new game.
For sure.
Can we ask the restaurant employees to sing Risto happy birthday? That... Okay, I will do Risto, I will do a... Next stream, I will do the birthday. We do this thing on birthdays where if it's somebody's birthday, I go on YouTube and I type in happy birthday and then their name.
Yeah.
And I find like a video with like no views.
Yeah.
And they're so funny.
That's
They're
awesome.
So funny. Like I don't think we've found a bad one yet. I think maybe there was one time where somebody had a name that was just like not super common, so I was like, okay, this sucks, but
That
can
sounds
you
fun.
make up a different name real quick?
They just pick a side name.
Yeah, which I hate that, but I want
Secret
to
identity.
videos. Yeah. A pen name.
That's very fun.
I'm so glad they stuck with the game. Yeah, that makes me like they just were like, no, we like this game, we're not going to give up on it, like we're going to make it good, and then they did. That's great. It's a great game. Yeah, these hands Jones. Yeah, it was Restart the other day, and it was like what this person had done, it was their dad had taken a montage of a bunch of celebrities saying happy birthday, and then it was like
Cut it?
yeah, it was like Eminem saying like happy 50th birthday to somebody, and then somewhere else it was like happy 26th these hands Jones. And it was so funny. I think my other favorite one is like there was these girls that were singing happy birthday. They were like happy birthday, they did happy birthday, and then they went on at the end of the song with an extra verse that was like calling the person like a cunt and stuff. And it was so out of left field.
Awesome.
We were just like, what is this? It was so funny. What were some other really good ones? I need to make a playlist of them. Also, hi, I'll try. How does the coffee come with ketchup? You're supposed to put it in there. I didn't, but it's... I'll try. I'm doing this series now because...
I didn't drink it, that was a bit.
Abby's on the first creators on cam getting coffee. Not related to Jerry Seinfeld.
There was no Benedict to be had.
Yeah, because I usually do Eggs Benedict on Wednesdays, but they didn't have it. So if you want to get on cam and drink coffee, let me know. It was the grandparents singing to their granddaughter during COVID. Yeah, there was another one, where the grandparents dressed up. It was like, there was another one where this guy, I think it was his birthday, but my guess is that he was on his mission trip, that he was Mormon. And so it was like a 15-minute video. And I was like, how does this person have this many people that like them? Like, I don't think I even have 15 friends that would do this. And it was just a bunch of people saying like, happy birthday so-and-so, like a montage.
Sweet.
And then the person that made it did these like cinematic bits with like a balloon. It was very 2000s.
That's very cute.
My favorite are the really old people that have like 5-second delay knowing it's recording and then the play starts. Yeah, there was one where this lady was like, happy birthday, and then it was like 10 seconds of her just walking around. You knew she couldn't figure out how to turn the camera off.
That's like every time my mother FaceTimes me, and I'll be like, okay, it was good talking to you, like, see ya. And then I'll be like, okay, you like hang up, and then she'll just close the like app, so it's like still on, and then I'm like, okay, I guess I'll hang up.
I'm convinced every time I get off the phone with my mom that she's not gonna hang up, and then just like start talking about something that I don't want to hear, and so I just will sit there and I'll be like, oh, she hangs up.
My parents are big like hold the phone like because they can't see it, so they're just, how are you?
Yeah.
Or they'll just hold it like completely off their face, like they'll just think we're not like on video, and I'm like, okay.
Whenever I have a tech issue, I make my mom, or whenever my mom has a tech issue, I make her FaceTime me so she can like show me. And she does this thing where she'll like, she's on her, it's always her Mac.
Yeah.
And so she'll be FaceTiming, showing me what she needs help with, and then she'll
It's
just
on her.
slowly go off, and
The
then
drift.
I'll be like, you have to, and then she'll slowly go off, and then I'll be like, Mom, I can't see what's going on.
I love
Please help me. The real Eggs Benedict is the friends who made the long way. I didn't even need to read the rest of that message. I knew. I helped my great grandmother with her TV, and I just left. And when I left, I heard her telling someone that Fred, my dad, just left. I think that's it's kind of sad, but I think that's one of my last memories of my grandma is like we went in to help her move, and it was like we were moving her all day. She had like dementia and stuff, and dementia is really sad, but it has some funny moments, which is like you kind of have to like take the piss out of it because it's a sad thing. But we helped her move like all day, and then me and my mom were like getting ready to leave, and she said to my mom, she's like, tell your friend thank you for helping. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, nah, it's fine.
That's like when my grandfather does not have dementia or Alzheimer's or anything of the sort, but is just kind of old and is a little bit crotchety. But I taught my dad that like basically that Instacart exists and like DoorDash and stuff like that. So for like, you know, if he needs something or like if it's his birthday, he lives in like the villages in Florida. Like, so it's like, it's not that he's like by himself or out in the middle of nowhere or anything like that, but he's just old and is like an old guy who's single. So he's like, you know, doesn't take very good care of himself and stuff like that. So for his birthday, my dad asked if I would send him some stuff. So I got him, you know, Oreos and, you know, a pack of beer, like just like some stuff to be like, hey, like happy birthday since we're far away. And, had it delivered, like left at the doorstep or whatever, and he called my dad and was like, oh, you should have told Abby's friend to come in, like that was so nice of like Abby's friend to drop all that stuff off for me, like that's so sweet. And I had to be like, it's not how that works.
Nope.
It's not how that works.
Nope. Oh, so funny. It's
Me
like,
being friends with the Instacart driver that lives in Florida.
God, I did Instacart the other day. I love it. I don't do it that often because they do mark the shit up out of it, but
Abby's grandfather could fight the Grim Reaper, I swear to God. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess I'll trigger warning this, if it's okay if I talk about this on stream. I'll trigger warning it for like for illness and stuff like that and like kind of being morbid. But my grandfather, we thought he was gonna die in November. He has been in complete kidney failure since November and just decided to not do dialysis anymore. And usually when you stop doing dialysis when you're in kidney failure, you don't live that long. You live like 2 weeks max. And the person who's like lived the longest, like in a study that they did, was like 100 days, right? So my grandfather's still alive.
he just
He
said,
just
no,
like,
I'm not
yeah,
done.
I think he like went at one point to like get a single like, you know, run of dialysis just because he was like feeling shitty, because obviously. But yeah, he's just been alive and like not really doing dialysis. He said the
Is
bus
he like
ride there.
coasting, or did he just kind of like bounce back?
No, he's just been chilling. He just like he is a little bit built different, but in like
said no.
negative way. Yeah, he just said no. He was just like, I don't really want to go yet, so I'm just gonna not go. But he's been chilling, and yeah, he just said he didn't want to go to dialysis anymore because the bus ride was too much. He didn't want to go on the bus, and he can't drive because he's old.
My ex's grandpa was, I think there was something with his liver. The guy, like, when we went to visit him, like, I couldn't go in his house because it smelled like cigarettes so bad. Like, I would go in for a bit, and then I would just, like, step outside and, like, and then I'd go back in for a bit. Anyways, it was, something happened with his liver, I think, and he was, like, the doctor was like, you might want to start, you know, making a will, like that kind of stuff, and things were hitting the fan. And so what he did is he had the family members come over and he started giving his stuff away. So he gave my ex like his welding machine and his boat, and then he gave other people his car, and he started giving all this stuff away, and everybody was really sad because it was like, and then he went back to the doctor after just, you know, he was going through, I think, like chemo and all that stuff, and then like 6 months later the doc's like, yeah, things are actually looking pretty good. So what he had to do is he had to ask everybody for his stuff back.
That's
Because he was like, his health was like improving.
It's kind of
again.
iconic.
So he's like, can I have my car back? Or like, I really kind of want that welding machine back.
That's kind of awesome.
It was so funny. Some of the stuff he didn't ask for back, but he did have to ask for his car back.
That's wild. This is the same grandpa that when he first was like, they told him, they were like, oh yeah, you have like total kidney failure or whatever. He wrote the most insane email ever to my whole family, and it like caused problems in the family because he basically sent it to everybody. It was just like, when I die, I want to like have a funeral in Florida, and then I want to be cremated, and I want my ashes in FedEx, not UPS, like specified. And then he was like, and then we'll have a small get together in New York, and then it'll be done. And then it's like, you know, figure this shit out. And it upset my family greatly. I thought it was the best email ever. I was like, that's iconic.
He's like, I'm doing it the way I want to do it.
The subject of the email was my death wishes, which is just hype. That's just hype, honestly.
They should start sponsoring. Somebody said hashtag ad, which I thought was so funny. They should start sponsoring like death, like funerals. Can you imagine? Do you think content creators, like, because I was talking about this the other day, like, there aren't a whole lot of like old content creators because we just haven't gone that far. If you take the word content creator in a modern term. Like, you have people that are in their like 40s and 50s, but like
we haven't gotten to that part yet.
Yeah. Like, do you think that like Logan Paul will like
Have like a sponsored funeral.
yeah, like there's got to be at least one content creator out there that's like initiating some sponsorships. They're like, you pay me now, and then when I die,
You can
we'll
have ads
throw
that
like a big like Red Bull
Yeah.
logo on my coffin. Like,
I think if anyone was gonna do that, it would be Eric.
uh,
Eric and I have talked at length about what we want out of each other's like deaths because I think that I want to like take over the channel a little bit, do like a Weekend at Bernie's thing where I'm like piloting him. That would be pretty fun. And then we want to have like a big party. I think sponsoring it would actually be great.
yeah, sure.
But I feel like if it was my funeral specifically, I want it to be sponsored by like Capri Sun or something. Like, what would your dream funeral sponsor be?
I drink a lot of Red Bull.
That's
In fact, I probably should contact them.
and they would be like, it gives you wings.
It's the and then they pull me up from the ground with like angel wings on. They're like, today's funeral is being sponsored by Red Bull.
Chat, give me your best funeral sponsors. Rage Out of Legends is awesome.
That is awesome. I kind of don't care what happens at my funeral. I just hope that they don't cremate me because I've talked about this on stream a bunch, and this is such a silly conversation, but like I think cremation is like so like selfish because it's like we take so much from the planet and
Yeah.
they're like, nah, I'm just gonna turn me into ashes and put me in like a container.
Yeah.
Like, nope, you can't have any of this at all.
I feel like I would want to be cremated and spread. Like I want to have a tree grow out
I
of me or
said
something.
toss me in the ocean.
That's type 2.
Just throw me off a bridge.
It's like imagine dying and getting cremated and then you get thrown into like the Disney like Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I'd be like, oh,
I feel
that's
like
a
that's
bummer.
happened. Like,
No, I mean,
do
it does.
remember a story of somebody getting kicked out because of that, but I bet it happens a lot. I bet the
NASCAR
Space
funeral?
Mountain because it's really dark. Imagine you're on Space Mountain.
You can't even get through it.
And you just get a face full of dust. You're like, what happened? It's like that scene in The Big Lebowski where he's throwing it off, and then you get
Yeah.
off, and the person in front of you had tossed ash.
Yeah, it's just
And
in
they
your
were
mouth.
behind you.
Yeah, no, that's not it. That's not it.
No, that would be faceful.
I know that's like a thing is like people will bring their like family's ashes to Disney. It's like
Yeah.
why don't spread it there?
No, just take a little pinch in every like little.
It's
like,
embarrassing.
But you'd have to like do it subtly, so you just like you have grandma like in your fanny pack, and you're just like everywhere you go.
I'm throwing it out on
How would they know?
Small World.
They check your bag before you go in, and they're like,
Yeah, there's cameras. That's
"What is
yeah.
that?"
What's a yikes?
That's true. They do, and then don't realize that cameras can see everything they're doing. I would put the loved one in a fanny pack, and then I would poke a hole in the fanny pack.
It's like just trailing out. That's awful. I would do it on a roller coaster that had a loop. You drop it at the top so that it hits you all the way back down. Just unzip it.
You're on a credit card store, and it's just like a pinwheel.
Epcot Grandma Around the World is out of pocket, and you need to put it back. Bobby, that's out of pocket.
That was the last time Grandpa was in someone's mouth. Oh my god. Fanny pack says #1 grade. That is so cursed.
Oh my god.
If they make me an ash, can they make me look like a bonfire in Dark Souls?
That's like,
Yeah, that'd be sick. They could probably make you into glass. I don't know.
that's cool.
My mom does this cool thing with like dog ashes, like stepping stones. My mom does like stained glass.
That's cool.
So she'll take like the ashes and she'll put it into the like concrete mix, and then she does like a picture of the dog with like
Yeah.
glass, and then she'll pour like a stepping stone so you can like put it in your garden, and it's just like kind of like a stained glass picture of your dog or
Pretty.
something. It's really cute. Who
But
did
you're
that?
saying we should do that with Ash.
We should do
Is
that
that what
with
you're saying?
grandma.
Is that where that was
Yeah,
going?
exactly. Except instead of like a stepping stone, turn her into like a concrete, just like the sidewalk, like just an inner city sidewalk. Sam was about to say my mom does a cool thing where she pours ashes of dogs at Disney. A service where you take people's ashes and you take them to wherever they want.
That probably exists.
Can you imagine giving somebody's ashes to like the DoorDash?
You DoorDash the ashes.
They're like, can you take this?
Can you bring this to
If I ever die, please
Denny's?
bring my ashes to the partner lounge in TwitchCon. They're just
You don't
like,
wanna go there.
"Ooh." They're like, do you have a badge on you? Sorry.
You're gonna be eternally bummed out by what you have in there.
It was like very sad when
It was
I
sad.
went there last year. Like it was It kind of felt like a conference room at like a work conference. Like you walk in and they just have like they have the food and snacks was like not bad, but
I guess you kind of expect them to have like actual food, but they're like oh, it's like here's popcorn.
Yeah, it was a lot of popcorn.
It was like my college like cafeteria.
Yeah.
Like we're having an event today, and then it would just be like, here's a turkey leg and some popcorn for dinner, and I'd be like,
there was not really anybody in there, and I didn't like recognize anybody in there. You know, it was like the people that I recognized I went in with, so I didn't realize how many there's a lot of partners.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of them. I'm constantly surprised how many people I don't know on Twitch, but then also how many people I have connections with. You know, it's like pretty much anybody you run to probably knows somebody else that you know. It's the line of like connections.
It's a good web.
Not that long usually.
I'm glad that they kind of repealed the stuff that was like taking away partner for people who are inactive, because I like having my time in the partner lounge. I like being there, and I can't go in like the really fancy one like Eric and Hassan and shit. But
yeah,
thanks for the shout out. I don't stream anymore. I appreciate it.
To be in that, yeah. roll me into a weed joint and smoke me at my funeral. Carlos, I got you. I'm gonna hire one of those baseball hot dog selling guys from your funeral. He's just like yelling, hot dog. What's in the bathroom? Did you get this place in the bathroom?
I think so. It's just right there.
Probably. Okay, you guys wanna hang out with Abby for a sec?
Sure.
BRB. Do you have your phone?
I do.
Okay. Oh, it's like I'm taking a shower.
You're good. Hi, Chad. So I'm gonna give you a review. I only ate half the turkey because it's a turkey club, because it was kind of a big sandwich. And when I drink coffee or like tea or something like that, I fill up on that and not on the food. Is this relatable at all? How are you guys doing? I didn't really introduce myself very well, huh? Yeah, my eggs Benny, I mean. What did I say? I meant eggs Benedict. This turkey went to the club. Goes to the club more than I do. What's the rate of the, like, what was the price you mean? It was kind of expensive, honestly. I'd probably take the other half home. Eggs Benny, something else where Abby comes from. Yeah, in New York, we don't call it an eggs Benny. We call it a turkey club. Common mistake. Oh, from 1 to 10. Honestly, it's kind of like an 8. It has some really good aioli on it. I'm an aioli girl. I love a good aioli. I've redeemed Boss Baby while she's here. Can she read us Boss Baby? I'm not sure. I feel like you might have to wait on that one. It's the same dish, yeah. Abby does not still stream, but she does still bagel. I be bageling. Garlic aioli slaps. I don't know what kind of aioli this is. It's really good though. I was eating some of it. Making a mad review on Google. No eggs Benny, 0 out of 10. Favorite kind of bagel? I get asked this a lot. Everything bagel, toasted, plain cream cheese. Or if I'm getting a plain bagel, then it's scallion cream cheese. And I love a bagel Spanish. Sandwich? I said Spanish? The caffeine has not kicked in yet. Anything you feel like spilling the tea on? Ooh, should I leak? So I work for Eric Pointcrow, in case you guys didn't know. And right now I'm working on a very fun project that Sam is going to be a part of, as well as like I can say that I think Cutie is going to be there, a bunch of other people, and it's going to be a very funny, very interesting stream, and it's going to be on the 24th of September. I don't know if it's like fully announced yet, but it's gonna be the 24th. I'm very excited about it. I have a venue and stuff like that. It's like it's a cool IRL thing. So I hope you guys will watch that. I do a lot of the projects and stuff for Eric, and they're very fun, but it's definitely a lot of work. I got this project in like kind of middle of July, but then I was gone for almost all of August because I had eye surgery. I was back home for like over 3 weeks, and so I came back and like immediately had to start planning, and it was a lot. So if any of you do event planning, you probably get me. 2 million substream was hilarious. It was really fun. I didn't expect that, and we were originally like, oh, we'll probably go for like 90 minutes, and then by the hour mark we were like, oh my god, this is taking forever. It was very fun. We were done eating pizza in like 10 minutes, so it's just like there's no way we're going 90 minutes. I'm very hesitant on getting LASIK. I am very happy with it. I was really upset for a little bit because a lot of times, I'm talking about my LASIK surgery.
Oh, let's go.
Do you wear contacts? So I had really bad vision. Very bad. Like it's -6, -7. It's terrible. And I'd always wanted LASIK. I've had glasses since I was 5 years old. always wore contacts when I was like an adult. So I knew I wanted LASIK. I got a consultation, and then the pandemic happened, so I didn't get it. And then after the pandemic, I got LASIK in August, and so they tell you, they're like, oh, you might be able to drive like the next day. And so I was like, hell yeah, I want my vision to be good. You know, you have to pay. It's not covered by insurance, which sucks, at least not in the US. It's elective.
Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you elect
Of course
to
not.
see?
But it was worth it for me, and it made sense for me, so I did it. And I went home because my mom wanted me to go to a specific doctor that she had eye surgery at in the past, all this stuff. So she's also a doctor. So she was like, oh, I'll help you with like recovery and stuff like that. Went and did it. My pre-op was great. My doctor was great. The procedure itself went so well. They gave me Xanax
Oh, let's go.
because they don't want you like moving around or like kind of like squirming. So that was the first time I've ever had anything like that. And I have to say, I understand why people get addicted to Xanax. It was only one. I didn't like get a prescription or anything like that, but that was lit. Felt so calm. The procedure is so fast. You don't feel anything. A lot of people like say like, oh, you can smell it because it's like a laser on your eye, and it's like, it wasn't like I was like crazy uncomfortable or like upset or anything like that. It
If
wasn't
you've ever
like
straightened your hair, you're
yeah,
probably used
it's
to
like
it
comparable
anyways.
to that. Yeah. I got it. It was great, and then basically you just go to sleep the whole day. The reason they give you Xanax is because they basically make you sleep for like as long as possible. They just want your eyes closed. You don't do screens for the whole day, like anything like that. And then I went back like the same day because they put it's called a bandage contact on your eye, and it helps the healing process, and then they take that off. And then my problem was, and the cause of like a lot of my stress was that like the next day I went back for my follow-up and it was blurry, and I was like, oh, that's really like nerve-wracking, like is there something wrong? And they were like, no, you're healing great, like that happens sometimes. And then my vision was blurry for the next week, and I was really scared. So I have a lot of anxiety.
Like
so
worse than it was before blurry?
not worse, just like not perfect.
Oh.
And so I was like, there's something wrong, like it's not healing right, like what's going on? And I went back, and they were like, for my follow-up, and they were like, no, it's good, like it happens, like don't worry, just like, you know, gotta have faith. And now it's like perfect.
Is that
it just
weird?
takes a while. I think
Like
more
it's like you
yeah,
don't
it's
need glasses, don't
it's
need
perfect.
contacts.
It's hard at night to drive so far because it's like it causes like halos and stuff like that, but I already had those.
Astigmatism, so
Yeah.
that's what
I already had those, so I was like, whatever. And I think what it was is like your brain like, if your eyes aren't the same prescription, your brain like evens it out basically. So I think what it was is that like my brain hadn't adjusted yet, and so it felt like off, but my vision was good. So now that my brain is like adjusted, it's like perfect. It's so weird.
That is weird.
It's very odd.
So you don't
but
need to wear your glasses ever.
yeah, no. But nobody told me that, and so I was like, okay, originally I was like, oh, they were like, oh, you'll probably be able to drive in a couple days. And I was like, I can't.
Terrifying.
And it's one of those things, it's like, oh, if it was like my leg was broken, you'd be like, out of sight, out of mind, you know what I mean? But with your eyes, it's like, you can't do that. It was like a lot, but I'm happy I did it. I wouldn't take it back.
Yeah, I used to have to wear glasses when I drove for astigmatism.
Yeah.
But since I've moved to LA, the light pollution is so bad
Yeah.
that it doesn't get as dark as it did in
For sure.
Oregon. So it never is, and there's just so much light that it doesn't. So I haven't had to wear my glasses since I've moved here.
Yeah, that's good.
Everyone I know who has LASIK said it was the best decision they ever made. I don't know anything about shit, but like the concept of like getting a laser on your eyes and it doesn't like scab or it doesn't like.
It's weird.
I don't like I can't like in my head understand how it works or like how the recovery is as easy as it's supposed to be, you know?
Yeah. It's very odd. And I was like very scared for a long time, but once I got my consultation, you're like, because your first thought is like, well, what if I move? Like, oh, what if I move and like mess it up?
Yeah.
And they're like, nope, the machine checks, like, because it's done all with like basically just machinery now. You just put the buttons in, you know, put the numbers in, and then it does it for you. They're like, yeah, it checks your eye positioning like 10,000 times a minute, like, or a second, whatever it is. It's like an insane amount of time. So it won't do it if your eye's not in the right position. It was crazy. It took literally like less than 5 minutes.
I don't know
total.
if I'll ever
It was
get
crazy.
to the point where I'll fully trust like just machines like that. Like I really, they're so good. I mean, like Teslas and stuff, you know. It's like the I mean, of course shit happens, but
Yeah.
like I don't know if I'll ever. I'd probably just have to be like, the reward is worth the risk. I'm just gonna like be scared and whatever.
I'm a big like trust in medicine and, you know, modern technology, but I feel like that's hard for some people. So
Yeah, that's true. Thank you for the barnacles. Appreciate it. What if I'm in a silly goofy mood and want to blink?
you can't. They clamp your eyes open.
Is that like really? Do they just keep wetting your eye? Do you feel like you need to blink?
You're numbed very well beforehand. You don't feel anything. You don't feel like you have to blink. It's like completely like no, but it's not like it's your eyes. Like it's you don't feel it as much as you would like your mouth or something like that because it's it's not like. Yeah, I was literally just chilling, and then again the Xanax. You get anti-anxiety like medication. I was set. I was like I could be here all day.
I off of like that the Xanax story. This is like kind of I guess like trigger warning like drug use, but not super heavy.
I had a picture.
So I had one of the few times I've had to go to the ER was because I ate like a whole pineapple on an empty stomach, and pineapples are like very acidic, and so it started to just like eat my stomach away. Yep. So I got like the worst stomach pain in my life. I was like crying in pain, and I had to go to the ER. I didn't have to go to the ER, but I did go to the ER because I was in so much pain. Anyways, this is kind of like weird. I feel like they might have done something wrong, but like they just put morphine in me, like they didn't give me any food helpful. Or anything. And I don't know. It seems like the first solution would be like, here's a bunch of bread or something, but they just were like, oh, you're in pain, here's some morphine.
That's crazy.
And I remember thinking like when I was on morphine and I was on morphine on an empty stomach, I remember being like, I'm never gonna ever do drugs because this is the best feeling I've ever had in my entire life, and I feel like I was just like elated and happy, and like everything was great, and I was like, I never want this ever again in an environment that's not like a controlled environment, because I immediately was like, I want this forever.
No, that's how I felt with the Xanax. I was like, oh my god, my brain didn't feel like it was going 1,000 miles an hour for the first time in my whole life. This was me right after my surgery.
Just chilling. That is
I was
awesome.
Dead to the world. They give you the ugliest looking sunglasses in the whole world.
That's awesome.
I was literally just like this the whole day, like 20 hours straight. Was just vibing.
Chilling.
My parents bought me chicken nuggets. That was really fun. And then
awesome.
I slept for so long.
I'm curious. Oh, nice. That's interesting.
That's exactly what I looked like. Yeah.
So would I have to break to get morphine? This could just be who I went to, but it really did not take like any convincing. I was just like, I'm in pain, and they're like, how much pain? I was like, pretty bad, and they're like, we got you. And then they went straight to morphine. I was like, is there a step before this? Like, it's a stomach ache. It's not like I'm dying. I didn't get it at all. I'm recovering from breast augmentation. I took one of those super addictive meds and went, I'd rather be in slightly more pain than take. It's scary. I mean, it just like I feel fully confident that like I will never try any hard drugs, because I was like that. I like in an instant went from like very ignorantly being like drug addiction is a choice to this is a mental illness, and I fully understand why people get caught. Like in a second, because I was like, I don't ever want to feel this again. It's too good.
I have a like addictive personality in my family and stuff like that, so that's something I'm very careful of. As well.
Yeah. I had mouth surgery. They gave me hydrocone, and it was so sick. Turns out I'm allergic. I took
that's really bad.
When I took my wisdom teeth, I didn't take any of the oxycodone, I think, and then I saved it, and then I had I think it was a kidney stone, and I ended up taking it because I thought that I like blew my back out because the pain started. It's like period cramps. The pain started like in my back. Yeah. And so then I was just high and still in pain because it was not. Like
that's a lot.
muscle. Yeah, it was not great.
Have you had your wisdom teeth taken out?
Yeah.
That was the last time I had like pain medication, and my mom literally like gave me the first one and then like flushed them. She was like, "We're not doing this."
I didn't
so aggressive about it.
But I saved them.
There's something good Advil can't help.
Fine. I mean, I've known a lot of people they've had surgery. They give them medication. They just save it for like something. I don't know.
That's not great.
No. I used to say that until I went through an addiction. Yeah, I think it was like a very lucky, privileged situation that I was able to be exposed to it in a safe environment, and then also have that, like it wasn't presented to me with friends in a situation where I felt like it was recreational. It was like presented in the way that it should be, and then it scared the shit out of me. So
I was doing for my LASIK, I had an antibiotic that I was using, like every 2 hours for the first like week, because they want you to keep your eyes wet. They want them to like not get infected and stuff like that. And I gotta say, I forgot that like sometimes that clears up your skin. My skin looked amazing, and I also like wasn't able to like wash my face like with anything except like water. my skin had never looked better. And then I came back home, I like flew on the plane, and my skin just like destroyed. Like it was just like ruined.
That's wild.
But I was like, I forgot that sometimes also like helps.
Sometimes when I take care of my skin and hair in the worst way, it ends up looking the best.
True.
And then I buy expensive skincare stuff, and then like
So I feel like
shampoo and
guys who
conditioner,
just wash their face with water like have the best
That's what
skin.
I'm saying.
I'm like, I'm dying over here. I'm like looking terrible.
It must
I'm
be
gonna
like
box.
I'm
gonna go grab one.
Take mine.
You have to go soon, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like 5 minutes. I actually might start doing that, and then by the time you get back, you can say bye. Yeah, we're gonna end because I have to drive home, and then I have to turn around and drive back to go to my non-specific exercise class, which will be fun. Which is weird because I usually go in the morning. This is the latest I've ever gone, so I don't really think working out in the evening is like. I think I'm gonna not do as good. Unrelated. No, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Fuck. I mean, when I rub my face with a random towel, yeah, it's like bar soap, and then I think it's just a hormone thing, though. I think it's just like different.
My 8-in-1 conditioner, shampoo, car wash, hairspray,
Diesel, all this
barbecue
stuff.
sauce combo.
I use chat. What's the face wash I use? I showed it on stream before. It's like literally. Cyril, thank you for the gifties.
Cyril, thank you.
We don't have the music, and every time I do it on stream, I feel goofy. So we're gonna give you. We could do bananas. Bananas is pretty good. We'll give you the works. Yo, Cyril, thank you for 10 gifties.
Thank you for the 10.
Oh, this is the One Piece. You know what I started reading?
One Piece. I did hear about this.
Yeah.
Eric told me.
Yeah,
I also did.
I finished. What is this?
Press it continuously. I think you gotta press the screen.
Oh. Wow.
The One Piece is real.
And then this. Oh, now there's collapsing this. I want the facial. This. Fuck yeah, bruh. The One Piece is real, dog.
One Piece is real. I've been watching the live action one. It's actually really good.
We're gonna just keep this on for the rest of the stream.
Sure.
Cyril, thank you for the 10 gifties. I really appreciate it. One day I will get the alerts. Whenever I turn the alerts on this, it plays the first alert of the stream, and then it does not play any of the other ones.
Functional.
It's
like OBS.
Okay, I'm gonna end stream because I have to go. Everybody say hello to Abby. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's too powerful. POV, you just got LASIK. Double up. But thank you guys for hanging out. This was really fun. Next week we will hopefully do Eggs Benny, figure it out.
I have other recommendations if you want them.
Maybe I'll come back here and just come earlier. But I do really like the idea of doing this, so I don't know. I do want to keep the Eggs Benny, but maybe we'll mix it up every once in a while. This is really fun. This is a really good one.
Good.
Yeah, this is good chats. I think this is very good chats.
I liked our funeral conversation.
I did like our funeral conversation. That was very funny. Let's see who's live right now. This is always fun because I never go live this early, and so it's always fun to see
new people.
Yeah, I get a lot of joy out of raiding.
Me too.
It's a good time.
You follow so many people.
I follow okay, this is one of my favorite channels. We've rated them before. It's called Paleontologizing.
Let's do it.
He's at his desk right now, so I'm not going to rate him, but they usually are out in the field digging up dinosaurs.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so cool. It's like, it's niche. It's one of those, like, this needs to be bigger. We could raid Scootish.
I do love Scootish.
I do love a good Scootish moment, and we never get to raid Scootish. Have you
Let's
ever
raid
gone into
Scootish.
somebody's chat and typed /raid when they're the person that you wanted to be raiding?
I don't think I have, but that's great.
I have done that.
Can we do you usually do a raid message?
Can
we do who sponsored your funeral? Can we ask him?
True.
Is that what we should ask?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
Or is that inappropriate?
Okay, no, it's fine. There's no inappropriate. Okay, we're gonna raid Scootish, and who's the raid message? If one company could sponsor your funeral, who would it be? Okay,
this is great.
That's the raid message.
This is really good.
And I hope that he answers it. Thank you guys for hanging out. This was really fun. Everybody say
Thanks
bye
for
to
having
Abby.
me.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a great time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna stream tomorrow.
See you later, chat.
I don't think I'm gonna stream tonight because I'm gonna finish the YouTube video I'm working on. I will finish it. It's almost done.
Sweet.
Really excited. Subscribe. Okay, let's see if I can. This is also a great thing about Twitch Mobile is when I raid out,
It definitely works.
It definitely works. I usually have to go out and then go back
Oh, yeah.
into
Yeah,
rig,
it's
which
good.
is, intended purpose. Usually I just will tell my mods to do it because then I can do it for some reason if my mods do it. Okay, bye
Bye,
everybody.
chatters.
See you
See you guys.
later. This is such a great feature because when I